Fans, welcome to this. Presentation of the NBA Sunday night action right here on 2K Sports. Hi everyone, this is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter David Aldridge. Portland playing for the home crowd again tonight. This is the first they're seeing of the Timberwolves here, first game of the NBA's regular season for them. This team matched up so well during the regular season last year, splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
As you talk about IQ for the game, skill and competitive desire, few can rival Chris Paul.
Well, his buddies LeBron and Wade tease him about having a Napoleon complex. For whatever the reason, his motivation of perfection, it's impossible to stay.
Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And a good read right there by Paul. Great at carving out space close to the rim and capitalizing.
Here's McCollum.
But just watching the progression of C.J. McCollum year to year has been astonishing. I mean, he came into the NBA with little fanfare, but now he's one of the league's top shooting guards.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Timberwolves. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Seeing the floor well, Paul is fantastic at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
Outside Tatum to the inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
Good movement there. And the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
And with McCollum, he is the complete package on the offensive end.
I mean, he could take any defender one-on-one. With a little bit of space, he can take over the game. He's a great shooter and fantastic facilitator. I mean, you ask around the league, they'll tell you that McCollum is one of the toughest guys to guard in the league.
Isaac with the steal. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Wow. I am more impressed by Tatum every time I watch him. That's a veteran's league.
Pass to Bertans. A three-pointer off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Horford in the post. Second chance shot. And it's good off the back rim and in.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now here's Paul. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Can they get it? Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's McCollum. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Portland keeps it going with the new shot clock.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
Guys, those are the kind of hustle plays that keep a team in front.
Here's McCollum, following the score by Jamal Murray. To the middle, and the dunk by Horford.
Oh, don't get in his way. Horford not to be denied when he gets in that close.
Chris, you've played against the Blazers and in Portland so many times in your career. Explain the love the city has for this terrific team.
Well, Portland actually was my favorite arena to play in. I love the floor, the seats, the lighting there. I just love playing there. I mean, the city lives and dies with the Blazers. They have crazy, die-hard fans there in Rip City. I mean, very few teams have a devoted fan base as the Blazers do.
Pass to Bertans. to Paul. Now Murray. He's guarded by McCollum. Shot clock at 5. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. .137 left to play in the first. And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That's his first foul. And Portland making a change here. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. You know, see, we've spoken before about the skills that were hardest for you to develop. What parts of your game were the easiest to strengthen and fine-tune?
Wow, that's a great question, Ken. I have to think about that. Well, I would say for me it was whatever I was doing well in college, and so that was on the post, on the right block, stealing James Worthy's spin move. It was easier to get a little bit quicker in that because now I got to see him use it and do it to me. It was easier to have my jump shot start to get in the place that I wanted it to as a rookie. But why? Because I had one of the greatest shooters of all time, Chris Mullin, there to sit and practice with. And so when you have a great shooter and a mentor like him, it's easier because they explain it to you, and then not only do they explain how to do it, they show you through their work ethic. And so for me, it was pretty easy in those areas because I had a great mentor in Chris Mullin.
I love that story.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Aston Yang.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Well, look at this. And Josh Hart, he's a guy that played his way into the rotation. He was the 30th pick taken overall in 2017 and ended up with a lot of minutes as a rookie.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
Now here's Paul. A 3-ball.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key. And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Johnson, a wide open look. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Oh, spotting up and knocking it down. The big man, Johnson, can't be left alone.
Pass to Tatum. Back to Porter. Outside for Robinson. Outside Tatum. He got it up. What a performance for Jason Tatum. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Right, and as the defense collapses, that opens up inside-out opportunities. Productive first quarter.
And Jones now atop the key. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his first foul. On defense, the Timberwolves. It's a 10-point game.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
Paul is doubled. Aston Yang. Paul looking over the floor. Johnson outside. Off target with his 3. Portland leading by 12. Over in the corner, Harkless. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Paul. To the paint. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And Jones sends it back. Paul with the steal. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Inside. Wilson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Terry Stotts, the head coach for the Blazers, he has earned the trust of this roster.
Yeah, if you talk to the players on his team, Kevin, they believe in the system that he runs. He is always willing to give players a chance to earn minutes, and is up front with them. Playing under Stotts, you know that if you work hard and improve, he'll take notice and adjust the rotations accordingly.
Outside Tatum. From deep. Timberwolves trail by 15. Here's Wilson. Back to Paul. Six to shoot. Down low. And stolen by Horford. And here we go. A shot by Wilson. No good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
That lead's only going to keep growing if he keeps shooting it like he has so far.
And here's Wilson after Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. The drive by Paul. Back to Wilson. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. Pass to Hart. It's stolen. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Crawford. Porter pulls it in.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Left side, Jones. Fires the 3. The shot, no good. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Crawford, no luck.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Stolen by Wilson. From deep. And it's Portland with the rebound. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Timberwolves call time here. We know the guys who can fill it up are in high demand. A lot of guys, Chris, in this game with instant offense.
Yeah, think about Eric Gordon, 6th man of the year, but can let it fly at any time. Of course, Steph Curry, the great Steph Curry.
Lou Williams, right?
Lou Williams. I got to go to my man Jamal Crawford. You know, he's getting up there, but Benjamin Button is still Jay crossover. He's letting it fly. These are all guys I give it to him and say, I don't care how, just go get me a bucket.
The Trailblazers have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Now here's Paul. To the middle. It's Bielitsa. Robinson pulls it in.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Back to Tatum. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%. Inside. Back to Vucevic. And the basket is good. Vucevic has got his 2nd bucket.
Wow, he's only going to hit that shot about 1 out of 10 times.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Yeah, of the two teams, they're taking the more makeable shots. Let's see if they can sustain it throughout the game.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Back to Paul. Pass to Vucevic. Lets the three fly. Portland grabs the miss. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. McCollum, no good.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Oh, he's not happy to pick up a second foul. This early in the game, he's got to be careful now.
34 seconds left in the first half. That one good for two. Chandler's got his first 2 points of the night. And a wide open look for McCollum. Portland again missing. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Down by 15. Vucevic. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Here's McCollum. And so it's Portland riding a 15-point lead at the... Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. So it's Portland now. The lead is 15. And the more we see from McCollum in the NBA, the more his edge, Chris, comes out game after game. He is a fiery competitor.
Well, I love that McCollum will get right in the face of the opposition and talk right back. I mean, he backs up what he says with his game, so why not? It's rare to see a hard-nosed guy like McCollum play with such an edge.
Here's Zubac after the basket by Minnesota. Back to Horford. Puts up a three. Drills the three-pointer. Horford's got 7 points in the game.
And Horford, in his 9th season in the league, started making the three-pointer a big part of his offensive game. I mean, it's a shot you have to respect. It's been a steady game for him, but he hasn't done enough to keep them from falling behind.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Yeah, guys, and the finish is the perfect capper. I mean, taking it all the way to the 10.
They get a hand on it. Back to Paul. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. Here's Paul. It's Brogdon on the wing. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Robinson with the block. They retain possession. The three-pointer is right on target. He's got 5.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Outside Tatum. In the corner, Horford with it. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. 12 points for Al Horford.
And that's what Horford can open things up for the whole team offensively. I mean, that's where he can. Off the catch and shoot, bottoms up.
Now here's Paul. 5 points in the game. Chandler's shot, good.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Outside Tatum. In the corner, Horford with it. Again, the Trailblazers score.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
The wide open look here for Vucevic. And another three for Minnesota.
Oh, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
And Horford wide open. He shoots. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Timberwolves call time.
And Malcolm Brogdon, the son of a lawyer and a college dean, no less. His maturity and thoughtfulness certainly reflect that upbringing.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And Hart has it in the corner. On the wing, Ellington. And that one's on target from the wing. Ellington's got his first bucket in this one. And with the way Brogdon conducts himself, some teammates call him, Greg, the president.
Yeah, he has an air about him. That he has that leadership quality and has a goal to create an NGO to alleviate poverty and hunger in developing nations. Who knows? Politics might not be out of the question for this young man.
Pass to Leaf. Three-pointer. The shot, no good. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. To the inside. And Kid Gilchrist throws it down.
And Kid Gilchrist is very skilled at throwing it down. The D can't allow him to get that close to the cup.
Now Harkless. Pass to Hart. And here is Harkless. Here's Hart. He's covered by Kid Gilchrist. Now here's Harkless. Clock at 4. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. A shot by Ellington, no good. Timberwolves trail by 11. Paul outside. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Trailblazers on D. Right side, Kid Gilchrist. Just 5 to shoot. Inside. Harkless with the steal. Here's Hart. Finished off the break. Hart's got his first points of the night.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Got a piece of it. Pass to Porter. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. .23 seconds left to play here in the third. And that one's good by Porter.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
The Timberwolves shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And that one falls for Paul. Both free throws good from Paul.
And once he gets into a groove like that, you can just count.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Ellington. That will count. And the last-second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Portland, 13 points up at the end of... And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And the Timberwolves call time here.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, yeah, he might have seen something he wants to exploit. Well, we'll see what they run coming out of this.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. He does not think they're giving him everything. He said they've been faster to us all night. Loose balls, rebounds, everything. We got to wake up. It's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We got to seize this game. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
Pass to Crawford. And Jones sends it back. Paul outside. Back to Murray. Launches it. Porter pulls it in.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they established a physical edge in this game. He's led to a big edge on the scoreboard, too.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Pass to Johnson. Kicks it out to Paul. To the left side wing. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Shot clock at 5. Wide open look here for Murray. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. And that'll be his third foul so far. Trailblazers leading by 15. Over in the corner, Zubats. Pass to Horford. They grab their own miss. Outside Tatum. And here's McCollum for 3. Sinks the triple. And the Trailblazers lead by 18.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Kicks it out to Crawford. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defense is adjusting.
Porter, bounce pass. And here's McCollum for 3. And another 3 for Portland.
You've got to appreciate the sharp shooting of McCollum. He's squared up from deep. You feel like it's going in every time.
Paul outside. Crawford, no one around him. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 6 points for Crawford.
Hey, look, the D has to be talking out there. They can't make threes that easy for them.
And the basket by McCollum.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Pass to Johnson. Paul left side. Back to Johnson. Stolen by Zubats. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Tatum wide open, he fires one. And again, it's Portland converted.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Compared to when you were playing, C-Web, how have the baseline skill requirements for the 4s and the 5s, the power forwards and the centers, changed, do you think, the most?
The ability to stretch the floor. There's a lot more emphasis on mobility, especially at the defensive end. I don't think you can have a player who is a specialist anymore in the game. I played with some great defenders. The Ben Wallace, the Davis boys there in Indiana. But those positions are no longer valued or needed anymore. You can no longer be a defensive player that can't score on the other end. You have to be a player in the NBA now with the total skill set. That means mobility, shooting, dribble, passing. All of those things have to be encompassed, or is a way to make sure to highlight you with the mismatch and take you out of the game.
Good documentation. I like that.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
That one is off.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Outside Robinson. Pass to Tatum. Back to Robinson. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on Vucevic. See, Webb, I think of when you entered the league and how much the league has changed since your entry. In your mind, going back to your rookie year, I'm sure you can count many ways that the NBA has improved the game.
Yeah, and the NBA to me has always been a step ahead. It's been a leader as far as where sports in general should go. I mean, we're truly a global game now. Just imagine where the game is going to be in 20 years. The growth of overall player salaries, the value of franchises. And to me, again, the biggest improvement has just been the evolution of players. It's been thanking a guy like Larry Bird, who was 6'9", shooting threes, and today we have Kevin Durant, 7-foot shooting threes. It's players getting better. The dribbling of Isaiah Thomas back in the Piston days to the dribbling of Curry, Kyrie, John Wall. Today, it's the evolution of the players to me that's been so exciting, along with the growth of the league overall.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Portland.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jason Tatum.
From an offensive standpoint, he was their leader tonight. Whenever they needed a big bucket, he was always the guy to come up. Well, the defense had nothing to do with that turnover. They're just fortunate. That's just plain sloppy pass.
Pass to Horford. And here's Tatum for three. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
I tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Well, a well-earned victory, feeding off the energy of this hometown crowd really all night.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Hart. The three. And the Trailblazers, another three.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
Outside Tatum. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that about wraps it up.